Okay, so today we are starting with the last chapter in your syllabus for this term in the English language, that is chapter 41, Writing Reports, in which we will learn how to write a report. Now, what is a report? A report is simply a description of some event where you provide some information about the event that has actually occurred. Means the things that happened in the past, you provide some information, you provide some details for that event. And the information that you provide in the report, maybe you have seen it yourself, you may have heard it from someone, you may have investigated it. So on the basis of all these sources you collect the information, or it can be from on the basis of any one source that you actually you were present here at that event, or you investigated a particular event, or you heard about the event from someone. Then on the basis of all these things or any one of these sources, we write our report. Now, there is a sequence for what kind of information we should provide in the report. Before that, there are two kinds of reports. This you will not get in your language book, but I am telling you since we are discussing about the report writing. The first one is the magazine report. What is a magazine report? The reports which are published in the magazines. For example, you have a magazine, annual magazine that is published by your school. So, if you are describing about any event, or suppose we are mentioning about the report of annual function of our school in that magazine, or about the sports event or any cultural event or any activity, any competition that was held here. So the report that we will be writing, that will be printed or published in the magazine. So that will be a magazine report. The other one is the newspaper report, which is common. The other one is the newspaper report, the report which is printed or published in the newspaper. So, whatever the information or the content we read in the newspaper, we see in the newspaper, all that is what? The newspaper report. So, these are the reports which are less common, and these are the reports which are more common as compared to the magazine report. See, we receive the newspaper every day, but the magazines are published weekly or fortnightly or monthly or yearly. And the number of reports are also more in the newspaper as compared to the magazine. So there is not much difference in the format of writing both kinds of reports, as we have discussed in case of letter writing. The two kinds of letter, the formal letter and the informal letter. And more or less the way, the structure of writing both the letters is similar. Only at two or three points there is a little bit difference. Same is here, the method or the way of writing a report to be published in magazine and a report to be published in newspaper is very much similar with a little difference. So now we will go through the format, that how to write a report. So first we will discuss about the format of magazine. Format of magazine report. In this, the first thing that we have to mention is the heading or the headline. Depending on the event, what you are going to mention, about which event you are going to describe in the report, on the basis of that, you can write here the heading. For example, if you are writing for a magazine, if you are writing for your school magazine report, then you can simply write the name of the event. Inter-school debate competition, inter-school sports competition, inter-school cultural fest, or anything, whatever the event is, you simply write the name of that event over here. After the heading or the headline, the next comes, which is called by-election. Here, one will mention the name of the person who is writing the report. Name of person writing report. Then after this comes the next, which is the opening paragraph. Or you can also call it introduction. Opening paragraph or the introductions. Here in the opening paragraph, what you have to mention, the information in brief. For example, what was the event, why the event was conducted, who all were there, where the event was conducted, and at what time the event was conducted. So you can include here what, why, when, where, and who. Simply the answer to all these questions you will give in the opening paragraph or the introduction, and what the event was all about. So that will be your introduction. And like we have discussed in the letter writing or in the essay writing, here also the report can be divided into a number of paragraphs depending on the information that you are providing in the report. One paragraph, two paragraph, three paragraph. The report has to be not very long. It should clearly mention the facts and the findings based on the investigation or on the observation. And whenever you are writing a report, you just include the facts and findings. You are not going to include your opinion, your emotions, your thoughts, your answers in the report. Whatever the things you have seen, whatever you have observed, whatever you have investigated, what you have heard, do not add any rich masala in the report. Simply what you receive, that you are going to write in terms of report. So that will be the report writing. Here you will mention all these things. After that comes the next. Here the account of the event in detail. In the first paragraph, you will mention only the introduction, which will be based on these many W's or the questions. In this fourth point, the account of the event in detail. Here, you will mention in detail the event, what all happened in the event. Suppose if it was a cultural fest, how many programs were there, how many participants were there, out of it, how many from the literature, how many from the art, how many of singing, how many of dances, whatever the kind of event, or if it is a sport event, what kind of sports were there, how many indoor games were there, how many outdoor games were there, how many teams participated, and everything. So you can write in detail, and here you can divide the things into a number of paragraphs. For example, if you are writing about the sports fest, so you can make two separate paragraphs, one for the indoor games, the other for the outdoor games. Or the way you want to divide the information. But again, as we have discussed in case of letter writing, we have discussed in case of essay writing, do not mix up the information. One paragraph should contain one kind of information. So here, this will be the thing, and last will be the conclusion. What you are going to write in the conclusion? How the event ended. How you summed up the event. Here, you can also mention about the vote of things was given by the principal of the school or the management director of the school, or you can also quote the words of the chief guest or something important which you find. The way means in the conclusion also you will write the things only that you have investigated, that you have observed. So you will write only those things. The vote of things only simply you can write that it was a wonderful program, the vote of things was given by this. Or if someone has said something important or something very valuable for the children, so you can mention those words here in the quote. This is the way how you will write a magazine report when you are writing a report for the magazine. Let's take an example that how you can write if I am actually writing a report. Okay, so for example, let's take the example that I am actually describing about the inter-school sports event. So the heading will be inter-school sports event. Report is given by this. The first thing is the heading, the next thing is the name of the person who's writing the report, then the opening paragraph, introduction, and inter-school sports event was held at 25 St. Joseph Inter College Ganj, Lucknow. Between December 2020 and 16 December 2020. So this was the introduction or the opening paragraph. Here you mentioned what was the event, where it took place, the time, the date, anything that you have mentioned here. You can also mention the time that the timing was between 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Whatever you want to mention. Then, in the number of paragraphs, the various outdoor sports events were football, cricket, and so on, whatever you want to write. These many schools participated, these many teams participated, then who won it, the team who came first in the football is this, team who came first in the cricket or the team who won the match in the cricket was this. You can mention these things. Then in the next paragraph, the various indoor sports events were chess, table tennis, and the same information you are going to provide about these games or the events, that how many teams participated and who finally won. Or if the medals were provided, this team won the gold medal, this team won the silver medal, and so on. And finally, conclusion: the event was concluded at this time. The vote of thanks was given by these. Prize distribution ceremony was held. Who distributed the prize? You can mention the like here also. You can mention the name of the chief guest. And at last also, the chief guest. Given the awards or the medals to the winners or the participants, and it was a successful event or whatever. Don't mention it because you are not going to include your opinion. You are just going to write whatever actually took place, whatever the information you had here. So this is you are going to write a magazine report.